Incredible, a week has gone by and here we are again, this week in F1. First up, Red Bull's complaint against Merc's power unit chucked out. Poor Mr. Helmut, look at me, I'm the Karen now, Marco and Spice Boy Horner haven't been having it all their way recently. Their complaint against arch-rival Mercedes power units has been chucked out with yesterday's bathwater. Reports of how Merc may be using some borderline trickery to the plenum, which distributes air around the engine and may lead to higher performance from the W12, have been circulating. Red Bull and the little horses called Ferrari have teamed up to report the supposed infringement to the FIA, only for the FIA to send them packing. Better luck next time, eh? Hamilton starts from the back of the grid in Turkey. Yep, Toto the Wolfinator has admitted that Mercedes may be considering changing Lewis Hamilton's power unit. Now Max Verstappen has already taken the hit of grid penalties for using the extra power unit over the allowed 3 per season, and with the first semi-decent title fight since Rosberg decided to bugger off after stealing the title of Hamilton, things may get even more interesting when Mercedes decide to take the same route. It's of course only a matter of time because Hamilton has used his allowed number of power units already and nothing can last forever. Speaking about the possibility of Merc taking the plunge at Turkey, the Tortonator said it's a possibility. When and how is not yet decided. Most important is that you don't DNF because of a reliability issue. He is right, of course. 7th or 8th place because of a changed power unit is a lot better than a not finishing, and those few points in the race could make a difference in the title challenge at the end of the season. With 7 races left and a tight title fight, things are gonna get more interesting. More sprinting in 22. Let's face it, sprint quali has been pretty cool in its limited use this season. But as they are prone to do, the racing bosses want to overdo it again. F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali has been quoted as saying, "Generally speaking, it's been an incredible success," when asked about sprint races, also adding, "The thing that I can say is we will not go everywhere with the sprint quali format or with the sprint format, because that is something we want to keep for 1/3 of the races, more or less." 1/3. My word, man. Why do the big money men always insist on destroying all and any nice new additions to the season by overkill? Effectively 2 races a weekend for 1/3 of the season. Now that's a surefire way to kill off interest from the part-time fan or from the Netflix Drive to Survive generation of potential new fans. The sport is already seen as a niche for the rich and famous. In my opinion, this will not help to reach more followers. Boost Mobile wants in on Formula One. For the uninitiated, which includes me, Boost Mobile is a telecommunications company that's big in the US and Australia and has plans for major global expansion throughout Asia and Europe. Boss Peter Adderton has recently said that "I do have a dream to see the Boost brand on an F1 car one day," in an interview for Repco New Zealand. He was further quoted as saying that he would love to emulate what Red Bull had done in the sport and would want to see it happen as part of his brand's plans for a global expansion. Red Bull to race in white in Turkey? No, not that, not like that. In a tribute to engine provider Honda, which is said to leave the sport, Red Bull has decided to race in all-white livery at Turkey. The original plan was to do so at Honda's home race in Japan, but this has been COVID cancelled. Sister team AlphaTauri will also put on a special coat this weekend. Why white? Because it's the color in which a Japanese car won its first race in Formula One back in 1965. On the AlphaTauri rear wings, the word arigato will be visible, which translates as thank you from the Japanese. Schumi wanted Vettel to break his records. Now Michael Schumacher was obviously Vettel's hero. And what a great relationship between Vettel and Michael's son Mick there is. It's obvious to see with all who are following the sport. Back in 2013, Michael Schumacher was quoted as saying, "Great job, very consistent, look at his teammate. That is your reference point you have to take." I mean, he won all those races, 13 this year I think. Mark Webber won none in the end, and if I'm right, that's pretty shocking. Glad I'm not his teammate. Adding, if somebody can break all these records, then I prefer him to be that somebody else. Of course, he was speaking about Vettel. Now, this is Now this obviously didn't happen, as Sebastian Vettel faded badly in recent years after leaving Red Bull, but it is heartening to see how loyal the German actually is. Years after Schumacher Sr.'s accident and with nobody there to judge him, it's pretty cool to see him looking out for Schumacher's son and giving him the guidance in his rookie season. Thought for the week. Philippians 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The potential is in you. You just need to find it. And the only place to find it is in God's Word. God bless. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the few memes I have for you. And I hope your team does amazingly well in Turkey as long as they are orange colored and have drivers called Ricardo and Lando. If they don't, I hope they do less awesome than the McLarens. Either way, have a great one. God bless. Goodbye.